Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here to talk about my comics for the week. Alright, first of all, from Boom, Darkwing Duck. Now it's an ongoing series, which is awesome. Darkwing returns to St. Canard as his place as the Protector. But meanwhile, Negaduck and Magica, who's from the DuckTales series, have joined forces to rob each dimension of Darkwing Duck. Well, their version of Darkwing Duck. And unfortunately, Magica's crow, Mr. Poe, is left back in the universe where everyone has two heads. And now Darkwing's talking to Launchpad, and he mentions how he has to work harder now to help everyone in St. Canard get back to their regular lives. And for a minute, he thinks about how he wishes the crime bots were back, but Launchpad mentions that they've reprogrammed them to be shorthand cooks, gardeners, and personal injury lawyers. And then Launchpad almost lets loose the suggestion of letting Gosalyn help, but unfortunately her training, not so much. And then Launchpad gives Darkwing another surprise. They found Morgana, Darkwing's old girlfriend. Yay! And apparently she was brainwashed after when Taurus Bulba took control and apparently saw magic as a threat. And then we learned that Magica and Negaduck have already begun their plan, and they've released Spaceman Darkwing Duck on the city. And now Darkwing talks to Morgana, tries to snap her out of her brainwashed state. And apparently whenever she still sneezes, she can still cause magical spells. Oh yeah, and Launchpad's eating his lunch and he notices a news report for Caveman Darkwing. And then Darkwing's still trying to talk to Morgana, and he's got her old bats, Eek and Squeak, and the spider Archie from the Quackworks vault. That even fails to cheer her up. And of course the pets get mad and tie Darkwing up. Meanwhile at school, Gosalyn's just sitting in class, bored like any normal child, and thinks that she could solve the answer to every single question would be a laser. And in between classes, a kid gets a news report on his phone saying that there's an old villain being chased by the police. And while that may be true, there's another alternate Darkwing that takes out the cops, allowing the villain to get away. Darkwing's still working to get Morgana up, and it's revealed that what happened to their relationship is that when Darkwing retired, he also decided to break up with Morgana to keep her safe, apparently. And he basically broke up with her after that. And now Darkwing pretty much says he's sorry, and he thinks that if he'd stayed with her, maybe none of this would have happened. And all of a sudden, he cries, and thanks to Disney magic, she's back to her old normal self. Yay! Unfortunately, the little moment is interrupted when the mayor and when the police chief announces that Darkwing Duck is now public enemy number 1. So yeah, this is a pretty great issue to start the ongoing series because now it pretty much sets up the status quo. Launchpad is the new CEO of Quackworks. Gosalyn is training with the Gizmo Duck suit badly. And we learn about what happened to Darkwing's girlfriend, Morgana. Yeah. So again, Darkwing Duck, pick it up. It's awesome. Alright, now for DC. Yes, I did not buy any Marvels this week. Sad. Batman and Robin number 15. Okay. Heads up about this issue. The artwork sucks. So yeah. We've got Joker dancing with a skeleton. Robin in a coffin. And this picture is just lame. And Dr. Hurt posing as Thomas Wayne, appearing at Wayne Manor, and Alfred, of course, goes along with the scam. And Hurt as Thomas Wayne makes an announcement that he will help Gotham recover from its fear of from all the riots that are going on. And while Joker's trying to lead Robin as sort of his pawn in a game of chess, which I'm still not fully understand. Next up, Professor Pig has Commissioner Gordon tied up in his truck, and Robin shows up, takes out Pig, crashes the truck, and is able to get Gordon out of able to get Gordon out so he can get back to the police station, while Robin tries to deal with a ton of thugs. Unfortunately, ends badly. And they're both, Batman and Robin, both tied up. They meet Dr. Hurt, and he shoots Dick Grayson in the back, which is like in the back of the head, which was the first few pages of about 2 issues ago. Same situation, and it's revealed that the shot isn't fatal, of course, and that in a few hours Dick will become a living vegetable, and he can save Dick Grayson only if Damian agrees to be his Robin. And Hurt thinks to, and pretty much goes into the evil villain monologue. Says that he's ruined the reputation of Thomas, Martha, and Bruce Wayne, and that also he makes the proposal to save Dick for Damian to be his new Robin of evil and stuff. And so, right as he approaches the box from Return of Bruce Wayne and gets ready and asks Damian for his service, all of a sudden the box opens and starts beeping with a batarang, and it's saying, "Gotcha." Which Batman and Robin get free, and as soon as Hurt's little army or something shows up, all of a sudden Dick says, "Devil, meet Bat God." And all of a sudden we get a Batman-like figure in the back saying it's all over. So yeah, I don't know if that's Bruce or not, but it's probably going to turn out to be Bruce Wayne, that Batman figure. It's going to be Bruce Wayne to deal with Hurt. I think this story could have been a whole lot better if, I don't know, some things have been worked out. Like, well, for one thing, the art. I mean, I think it's just terrible. All the expressions on the faces, it's like, well, it's just like they're all frozen. That's what I have to say about it. They're all frozen. Okay? Unless you've been following it, pick it up, but if not, I'd say pass. Okay, Batman Beyond number 5. Now then, apparently Dick Grayson was Hush. Yeah, I just gave it away because you should have read it by now. Alright, we get to Dr. Reed of Cadmus calling Barbara Gordon for assistance, but then Cadmus guards show up to take her back to the facility, and meanwhile Hush, revealed to be Dick Grayson apparently, is pretty much leaving Batman for dead. And the new Catwoman shows up, and she hears his comlink about Bruce Wayne. From Bruce Wayne, he asks her to help Terry out by fixing him. And Bruce is able to deduce that she's related to Danton Black, and she pretty much decides to help Terry heal himself and everything. And, of course, while Bruce has his back turned, the Batbots go crazy and attack him. And when Cadmus is about to arrest Dr. Reed, all of a sudden they get attacked by someone, and it's revealed to be Dick Grayson. Now then, if you did notice from Hush Dick Grayson and the original Dick Grayson that was talking to Terry earlier, you'll see that the one Terry was talking to and this one have gray hair and an eye patch, whereas the Hush one has all black hair and both his eyes. So the Batbots are taken over and they leave the cave under the control of Hush. I'm not going to call this guy Hush, since, And Terry's able to recover for a bit so he can get back to the cave so Bruce can really fix him up. Meanwhile, back at Cadmus, it's revealed they have Killer Croc under guard, and that Dr. Reed and at Gotham Central, Dr. Reed Cadmus was trying to arrest is actually the granddaughter of Thomas Elliot, and she joined as a way to kind of atone for the shame of her grandfather. And while she was there, she reveals that Cadmus, again, like in DC Animated, wanted to create their own Batman, which they kind of did in the cartoon by through genetic manipulation and creating and almost killing Terry's parents. But this one, apparently, in this version, they tried to make their own Batman by making a clone of Dick Grayson, and training and getting him ready to be Batman. But unfortunately, something went wrong, and he has a warped memories and personality of Dick Grayson, so he wants to be Batman, but he's more deadlier now. And back at the cave, it's revealed that Bruce really made the crime bots because he was afraid, because as he referred to himself as a stubborn old man, that he had difficulty handing his legacy over to Terry because he felt that Terry didn't have his total focus or all of his pain. So he started to look for faults in all of Terry and decided so he can still be in control of the Batman mantle, but he realizes that Terry is a good guy, is really a good soldier and a good friend, and he's just a stubborn old man. And at that point, Terry wakes up and says, that's sweet, next time just get a card. And when Bruce is helping Terry up, Hush comes on the monitor and says that he has a bunch of explosives from Mad Stan's warehouse, and he's going to blow up Gotham. Okay, Batman Beyond number 5. That cliffhanger wasn't exactly as exciting as the one from last issue. And the fact that Cadmus kind of revealed is cloning Batman is a little bit different from how Amanda Waller wanted to create another Batman to replace Bruce Wayne in the DC animated universe. So there's some similarities in that. I do know this is an ongoing series, but unfortunately, I don't feel like I'm going to pick up the rest because right now I feel like there's too many Batman titles out. Okay, and I'm going to make another video, so stay tuned for part 2.